What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Mama Falls back with a new video. Finally, yay! Woo! New hair. Who dis? I got me a perm, so I'm a curly girl now. Today I'm actually going to be doing something that I've had a lot of people ask me to do in person. Something I swore I'd never do, and that's going to be a makeup tutorial. This is going to be Mama Falls' Ballin on a Budget makeup tutorial. 95% of the products we are going to use today I bought from Dollar General. So, like I said, 95% of what I'm going to use today, you can just go on down to your local Dollar General and get it there. I got my beauty blender there. I got a few of my makeup. I got every makeup brush we're going to use today, I got there. I got foundation base, everything I got there. There's just a very small handful of products that I did not get there. So anyway, I'm going to quit jabbering and get on into today's video. I've already done my skincare. I exfoliated because I was experiencing some really dry patches that were like kind of peeling and stuff. I cleansed. I used my vitamin serum. I've used my moisturizers. So let's get into it. Today we actually have new primer that we're going to use. We have two new primers actually. One is a color corrector and one is a stay put makeup primer. I discovered that the primer I've been using was a hydration primer to give you a dewy look. So that's why I always look glowy, so to speak, instead of matte. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. Anyway, so yeah, we have two primers. We have a color correcting primer, and I have a lot of like redness around my nose and stuff. So I'm really excited to see if it helps correct that. It's green, so we should have no issues. I hope everyone's doing well. I am doing much better compared to my last video. I have been back on my medication for 2 weeks now. I have gone through the adjustment phase of leveling out. Much happier, much more stable. Life is good. Alright, the second primer that we have is called Pretty and Primed. Both of these are by the Believe beauty line. If you go into Dollar General and go to the makeup section, it's going to be on an end cap. The Believe beauty line. I love the Believe beauty line. Both primers that I'm using today came from there. I'm no longer using the Believe beauty line concealer because it does make my skin does have a reaction to it. But I do know some people that use it that their skin doesn't react to it. So it's really just a trial and error thing. I have super sensitive skin. So if you have super sensitive skin like I do, I probably wouldn't recommend using the Believe concealer. I no longer use it. It makes my skin burn, and I don't like that sensation. Alright, we're going to let that sit for a second. While it sits, I'm going to go ahead and show you my concealer and my foundation. My concealer is one of the products that I will be using that did not come from Dollar General. I think it actually might have come from Target. It was a gift by my kids, for my birthday. It's by NYX, or NYX, however it's pronounced. It's the Professional HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. In the shade CW01 Porcelain. Yeah, I like it. It gets the job done. My beauty blender I'll be using is from Dollar General. It cost me $1. I have washed all my makeup utensils since my last video. I don't know how often you're supposed to wash your makeup utensils. but my makeup utensil washing schedule is never. So I figured it was probably a good idea to go ahead and do that. Alright, so we are using CoverGirl Clean Complexion Foundation in the shade Classic Beige. I've been using CoverGirl's Clean Complexion foundation since I was like 15 years old. I like it because it supposedly helps prevent breakouts. It has a cooling sensation on the skin, which I really like. It smells and feels like Noxzema. Do y'all remember Noxzema? I'm in my 30s, and when I was a kid, that was like the #1 thing people used on their face for acne, was like they washed their face with Noxzema or whatever. Y'all remember those commercials? I personally love the smell of Noxzema. It's not for everybody, but I like it. And I like the way it feels on the skin. I believe it feels that way because it's got eucalyptus in it, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. I wish I could sit here and tell y'all that I've been following my skincare routine. But I haven't. I would be lying to you if I told you that. I have not been following it at all. And I'm a bad mama false. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my concealer. I know I got a spot here I need to cover. Oh, look. It did really good covering that redness, but I can still see it a little bit. So I'm going to go in with concealer right there. I think those are like broken capillaries or whatever because I'm a smoker. Under the eyes. Down the middle of the nose. My forehead. Chin. Got a little bit of a blemish right there. Not a whole lot I want to try to cover. My skin, I'm having a good skin day. Okay, so next is going to be contouring. I have a highlighting and contouring stick that I did not get from Dollar General. I got from Walmart. It's by Wet n Wild. I love this thing. I don't know a thing about contouring, and this makes it easy. So when I stuck my cheeks in, right there is my cheekbones, and that's where I'm putting my contours, right along my cheekbone. And then jaw. I'm going to start back here by my ear and come down. I don't know if this is actually how I'm supposed to contour my jaw or not. This is just how I do it. If that's not what you prefer to do with yours, that's fine. Do what works for you, boo. Contour the nose. Bottom lip. And forehead. Alright, let's blend that out with our beauty blender. And with the beauty blender, you're just going to bounce it on the skin. Bounce, 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 bounce. You're not going to rub. You're not going to drag. Well, I kind of drag a little bit to try to, I kind of smoosh it a little like this to try to even out that harsh contour line. Blend out my contour on my nose. It just kind of ended up mixing with the concealer. We're going to bounce it. And then we're going to kind of smoosh it, if that makes sense. Bounce, bounce, bounce. We're going to pat that into the skin. My arm's getting tired, so I'm going to switch to the other one. And then we're going to kind of smoosh. I don't know if smooshing is what you're supposed to do, but it works for me. I know a lot of people contour with a brush. I wouldn't even know what type of brush to use to contour with. You can feel free to let me know. I know that the highlight brush I use, it says it's specifically for highlighting, but it's not the fan brush, so I don't know if it's actually for highlighting or not. All right. Okay, next step. If you will notice, I did not put concealer on my eyelids. Usually I use concealer on my eyelids for a type of primer. I didn't do that today. Alright, it's powder time. Happily, my powder brush returned to its previous shape after I washed it. I was afraid it wouldn't do that. Alright, so you're just going to put like a fine dusting on. I have loose powder. It's by CoverGirl. Clean Professional in the color translucent medium. I got it from Dollar General. I don't remember how much it cost, but I did get it from Dollar General. And so you just put a fine dusting on your brush, you tap off the excess, and you pat. You want to pat it in. Or at least that's how I was taught. If I'm doing it wrong, please educate me. Educate me, don't belittle me. I am always open for constructive criticism, and I love to learn. So, I'm not by any means a professional. I don't want to be a professional. I just enjoy playing with my makeup. I have tried applying my powder with a beauty blender. I didn't like it. I felt like I used way more product and ended up wasting more product that way. Alright, so after I've applied my powder, remember I said you go in and you bounce it on? Well, afterwards I go in and I buff it out. This helps get rid of any loose excess and helps prevent caking. Alright, so this is why we did not put concealer on our eyelids as a primer, because we now own an eyelid primer. We're gonna go in with this brush to apply it. You know what? No, we're not. We're not gonna use this brush for anything because it's an angled eyeshadow brush, so we're gonna use it. So we're just gonna kind of glop that on there. And then we're going to take the brush and spread it out so it's nice and even, and we get a nice even texture to apply our eyeshadow with. I know most people, they do their eyeshadow, they do their eyes first before they do their foundation and their powder, because of fallout. But I have OCD, and it does not feel, it feels bad to do the eyes first and then do my eyeshadow, then do my powder and foundation and all that. It gives me a real bad icky feeling. I don't like it, so I just do it like this, and I deal with whatever fallout I may have to deal with. I buff it out, or I apply concealer or something like that. I actually did a comparison video the other day that I never uploaded, of using my old primer and using concealer on my eyelid as an eyelid primer, compared to using my 2 new primers and using eyelid primer. And the results were astounding. Alright, so while that sits, I have some lip liner by the Believe Beauty line. And it's called Intense Rouge. I'm going to go ahead and apply this because it goes perfect with my lipstick and my lip gloss. So while the eyes set, I'll go ahead and do my lips. I literally never use lip liner, but I struggle because I use matte lipsticks. So I figured if I started using a lip liner, it would make it easier to use the matte lipstick. Especially here on my Cupid's bow. It ends up being 2 different colors because I'm trying to like get the lipstick up there, and it ends up creating layers, and it's just not pretty. It does very nice with the lip liner though. Alright, so that's done. Now we're going to go over it with our matte lipstick. It is by Maybelline, and it is in the shade Wine Rush. I got this from Dollar General. It is matte, so it's not supposed to transfer. I think that turned out very nice. There's a little bit of color separation right there, so that's what I was talking about where it ends up layering. then it dries darker. All right, we'll let that dry for a second. So the gloss is by Maybelline New York. I got it from Dollar General. It's in the color Berry Chic. It's like a really sparkly, metallic looking gloss. I love that color. All right, time for eyes. All right, so we are going with the Berry Kiss palette by LA Colors from Dollar General. I am not gonna lie, I am in love with this palette. So we're gonna start off with this shade right here. That's gonna be our light shade. It doesn't have a name, so sorry. I would give you one if I had one, but I don't. Tap off the excess. Pat it on. So I follow Robert and Jamie Welsh on like Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. They are twins that are professional makeup artists. And one thing that one of them, I can't remember which one, talks about is the way you hold your eyeshadow brushes as you're applying your eyeshadow really matters. Like if you're holding it way up here, you're not going to have as much control. And that's how I used to hold mine. Gosh, that is such a pretty color. Look at that. Look at that coverage, that pigmentation. All right, now for the other eye. We're gonna pat this on there, because this isn't really much of a swiping type brush. We'll get to the swiping type blush when I do my crease. Did I say blush? I meant brush. Anyway. I have this one spot on my left eye right here that pigment never seems to want to stick to. Alright, so we got that on there. Our next brush also came from Dollar General. It is by, both of these brushes are from Dollar General. They're both by the brand Studio Select. It's a local Dollar General brand. Alright, so now we're going to go in with this dark bluish purplish color. We're going to use that in our crease. And we're going to use a much fluffier brush to apply it with. We're going to apply and blend. So we're going to apply it to our outer corner first. A little bit more. And now the crease. Just brush that back and forth. Trust the process. It's all going to come together at the end. I have a whole look in mind. outer corner. Inner crease. Ended up with a little too much of the bluish purplish color on that eye. What? Two shinies? Good job, baby. Mr. False is shiny hunting on Pokemon Go in the background. Alright. Moving on to our next brush that we're going to use. It came from Walmart, not Dollar General. I don't remember the brand. We're going to use a little... Sorry, one of my children knocked on the door. I am back. We're going to use a little bit of this color here in our inner corners. Alright. Now we are going to take this Wet n Wild brush. I'm not sure what it's actually supposed to be used for, but we're going to use it to take this nice shimmery color right here and apply it to our brow line. Oh, that is so pretty. I don't know how to cut my crease, but I imagine if I did, this would be the perfect brush for it. All right. Now we're also going to add that to our very inner corner. Alright, now we're going to blend. Time for blending. We're going to use this blending brush. It is from Walmart. It is not from Dollar General. And we're going to start with back and forth like windshield wipers. Just blending all the colors together. And now we're going to do circles. This is a nice fluffy brush. Look how pretty that turned out. Alright, other side. I told you guys to trust the process. All right. Moving on. So eyelids and everything are done. Oh man, I had a blending brush from Dollar General. My bad. My bad, guys. I had bought one. I just forgot I had it. Alright, moving on. Eyeliner. We're going to start off by drawing it on with a stick. It is CoverGirl. Perfect Point Plus in Onyx Black. I got it from Dollar General. I do not recommend going and buying all of these products at once. I literally bought mine a little at a time. If you have the kind of money to go buy them all at once, by all means, go ahead. Just understand that you're probably looking at like $100. Maybe possibly more. So, like I said, my recommendation is to start off small and work your way up. A product here, a product there. Because we are balling on a budget, baby. My freaking eyeliner point keeps breaking, and I don't understand why. It's CoverGirl. It's supposed to be high quality. Alright, I always do my bottom lash line. I know a lot of makeup artists don't. But I have been doing my bottom lash line since I started wearing makeup 23 years ago. To me, my eye look is just not complete without it. Alright, we have purchased some pretty fancy liquid liner as soon as I figure out where my little liquid liner went. It's like a little pot. Hold on. There we go. It's a gel, and it is by Maybelline. I got it from Dollar General. It cost me like $10. Lasting Drama Gel Liner in the shade Blackest Black. Alright. Comes with a little angled brush. Excuse me. I've got a tickle in the back of my throat. Let me pause for a moment and get a drink. I'm back. I'm going to attempt this liquid liner now. Probably shouldn't be trying new products on a tutorial, but here we are. And here we go. Alright, so I think I'm doing good so far. I'm going to try to do a wing. I don't know how this is going to work. I did a little wing. Look at me. I had to go and mess with it, didn't I? Oh. Alright, I'm going to leave it alone. It looks pretty. So if you're wondering why I drew my liner on first with a pencil, it was so I could follow along with my brush. Supposed to be sisters, not twins, but I want to try to make them look more like sisters and not cousins. Close enough. If I keep messing with it, I'm going to ruin it. Alright. I did buy lashes. They are magnetic. They come with a magnetic liquid liner. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. The only thing I hate about this magnetic liner, it doesn't come off with makeup wipes. All right, let that dry. I just realized I don't know where my mascara is. I usually have it in my cup. It is not in my cup. Guess it's a good thing we're going to be wearing falsies. Something else I'm going to experiment with today that I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway, is brow gel. Oh, that magnetic liner is getting in my eye and it is burning. It's probably not a good sign. All right. Don't laugh at me. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. Brows. Okay. Okay. I see me. Look at me learning new things. All right. We're going to apply our lashes. Then we got to do blush and highlighter, and that's it for this video. I love these. Oh, wait. I forgot I forgot a step. We'll save it for another video. I had another eyeshadow palette I wanted to use, but we're running out of time. And I've already applied my liquid liner, so it's too late now. And that's it. That's how easy they are to put on. Alright, blush. And then highlight. The blush is from the Ballin Beauty line. It's in the shade Born to Blush. I do think I need to invest in another shade of blush just so I can have more than one to choose from. I think it gives me a nice little glow, but I only have one color. Alright, now it's time for highlight. My highlighter is not from... I don't know where my highlight palette is. Give me a second. My highlight is not from Dollar General, it's from Walmart. It's a highlight and contour palette, but I only ever use the highlight. And 9 times out of 10, I use this color right here, Impulse. Or I do a mixture of Heartfelt and Impulse, but we're just going to do Impulse today. Bro, I would highlight my whole face if it was socially acceptable. I love highlight. I just love the glow it gives you. Alright, now we're going to take our powder brush and we're going to buff it all out, and then that'll be it for today's video. That is our balling on a budget video. Oh, she cute. She cute. She cute. I hope you guys have a great day. Love, peace, and chicken grease from Mama Falls. Bye!